And we are live. I don't even know what day it is, dude. But we out here getting it. Got some new leads today. Hey George, how you doing?
Okay, how's this?
This is Stratton. You reached out to us about selling your property over on Road 299.
Who you with?
Easy fast offers. Did I catch you at a bad time?
No, you go for a second. Okay.
Awesome.
Look, I got three properties on that. I got three parcels of property on that one property.
Okay, you got like this call's gonna take us 5-15 minutes. Is that okay?
Yeah, let me finish doing what I'm doing. I'll be off the phone. I'll be on the phone with you, okay?
Okay, but how long is that gonna be?
2 minutes. I'll cook. I'm putting up breakfast. I just get through cooking.
Okay,
I cooked some eggs and sausage and onions for breakfast.
nice.
Yeah, so I like cooking. That's why let me get phone my hand there. Okay, I'm here now.
Okay, you're here now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this call's gonna take us like 5-15 minutes. By the end of it, we just want to help you be able to make a yes or no decision. Is that okay?
That'll be fine.
Great. And yes is good, no is okay too. Our
Okay.
biggest thing is at least if it's a no, you know your choices and your options. If it's a yes,
Yes.
great. During this
Yes,
time,
sir.
I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions. Some of them may be personal. Is that okay?
Okay.
Great. So let's start off. How much were you looking to sell the property for?
Well, I got 1.4 acres. It's got a house on it, 4 bedroom bathhouse. The rest of the 5 acres on the three parcels, I got mobile home with two bedrooms, one bath, and the other mobile home is 3 bedrooms, two bath. Both are in bad shape. It's been a family home for 50 years now. But I got health issues now and I had to move away. That's why I'm trying to sell it.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What were the health issues?
I just had a brain surgery. I had to move up here with my brother. I had a small. I moved from the right side of my head. It's just fatty. It's not cancerous, but it's going to take me a while to get back up on my feet. So I have to do things unorthodox to get back where I need to be. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I drove a truck for 31 years. And then the time I put on disability, guess I got to do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, the neighborhood down there has gotten really bad. My dad's 77, and me and him lived there by ourselves. In the younger years, I was a fusion recovery agent. They didn't give two craps if anybody come after. I'm like, okay, I got you covered. I'm getting too old to protect my dad now. I'm 54. So I need to move closer to my brother. This is 205 miles away. So that's why we're doing it. And I still got stuff on the property I'm going to get off. I've got two boats over here. I got a Bible station wagon, a van, all kinds of stuff I might have moved off the property. But the property is 5 acres, At one time it was 50 acres, a total of 50 acres all my grandparents had off at one time. And now they're building an international airport directly behind my house. By Kia International Airport. So I'm trying to get out and down there because I like it up here in the country where it's quiet. You know what I'm saying?
So how much were you looking to walk away with when you did sell it?
Oh, the land's going to be worth a lot when the airport gets up. That may 10 years from now. So, they tell me that the one property, 1.4, is valued just the land at 70,000 acres, $70,000, right around about. But I have 5 acres, so I'm thinking 5 times 70, $350,000. That's my guess of thinking. And that estimate is not the house value. The estimate is just the land value.
Okay, so you said $70,000 an acre, and
Well, it was 1.4 acres.
where exactly did you get that price from?
From the county, and they listed how much my property values were. That's where I got from. That's the estimated value of when I pay taxes on the place.
Okay, so the tax assessor.
Yeah, that's it. That's where it does it. That's where I'm getting my values from. But I mean, that's just where I'm going from. What's your estimate? What do you think?
I gotta look into it. What would you say the overall condition of the house is?
Shambles that needs to be redone front to bottom because I rented it out to some hillbillies who messed my house up. So it needs to be redone. It's a cement block house, but they went through all the sheetrock and went through a new steel top on it. And windows wouldn't hurt because that thing was made in 1973. It's just a simple cement block house, 4 bedroom and bath. Okay. What happened was they had a house that got burned down in '73, and we built that block house there. And my grandparents raised us out of that block house. It's got a lot of sentiment value, so I can't really give you honest value because that's how I raised.
Okay, and so you're telling me the house is in shambles, and
It needs some work. It sheetrock tried the ceiling or somebody did some wiring or something, dropped the ceiling down, the sheetrock in there. I mean, it can be fixed up. I believe I can have that whole house fixed up in like $15,000, no problem. I just ain't got the energy time to do it. When I say shambles, I would redesign the whole house. You know what I'm saying? Because I also do architecture. I used to do architecture before I done traffic engineering. Before I started driving a truck there, which you can be temporary, but it had to be 31 years of it. But I would, it's got new, like it's got new, it's not residing now, but I had a convention there and I like it there.
can you
But
speak
it
up a
needs
little bit,
sheetrock.
George?
I'm sorry.
Can you speak up a little bit? I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's
I'm sorry, I
cutting
got
out a
something
little
there.
bit.
It needs sheetrock done throughout the walls, and the bathroom needs to be redone. It's nothing wrong with it, but I was gonna redo the whole house. I just want to come in, I don't know what I'm doing. It's a mess down there. You know what I'm saying? And since I had the loans collapsed, I couldn't go in there because of the fumes. But they had pets in the house they left there. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm upset about it because the floor's messed up. I have to clean the concrete, put new sheetrock, new doors and everything because people are in the house. And I can't do nothing about it because evidently the law's not on their side, they're not on my side, on their side. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Trailers beware, whatever, so I don't know. The other trailers, to be honest with you, they need to be, what I was going to do is bulldoze, quit! Sorry, I got dog. I'm going to bulldoze the other 2 trailers and make it one house stand out there. Just because there being there's 3 trailers out there. I can get rid of them and just have just a house. And make the other place look a lot better, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That was the plan. That was the plan. That's why I was going to get a mortgage to start with, redo everything. Right. So that's why another thing, that's a mortgage. And the mortgage, I was going to get $355 to redo the entire house, pull the wood stove up, push everything off and haul it off. I got a shop behind there. I used to run a business out of a garage. I run a mechanic business out of. And my tornado took the top off my shop.
Okay.
So I was going to redo it. I was going to redo my shop, put my new tools and stuff in there, and start my business back up. Well, I was going to. But now I ain't going to do none of that.
Uh-huh.
I got a single block shop out there, made in 72. It's out there too. It's a good sized place. I have cars everywhere. I work on cars all the time. Matter of fact, I got some antique cars out there now. I got 81 Mercedes and a 68 F350. They run. So I got to sell all that stuff off the property.
Okay.
Yeah,
And about how long have you been thinking about selling?
last month because everything changed. I had to leave American up here. But them were my brothers out here got stupid dog coming back. Electric wires. So we gonna sell shots. We got stitch cord, he trying to chew on it. That's smart. I'm sorry if I interrupt you, man. My dad has decided we'd be better off to sell it and move up here close to my brother. Because everybody thought I was going to die of surgery, and so did I. But if something does happen, my dad needs to be closer to my brother, you know? And I think that'd be the best bet. So I guess the last month or two, we decided to sell the place and move up here anyway. And then after I had that surgery, that just forward everything faster, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So,
That's where we're at.
so you're deciding to sell because you just had brain surgery. It's going to take you a while to get back up on your feet. You're about 205 miles away from the house, and you really don't want to fix up the property yourself.
I'd love to, but I ain't gonna be able to.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad said it'd be best to sell, just move up here and get some land, a house up here.
Okay.
That's true. We said we're gonna move up here close to my brother. We're up here on the Appalachian Mountains right now, so I kind of like it up here.
Okay. And I appreciate you sharing that with me.
Yeah.
And so when you do decide,
Okay.
we are out of California,
Wow, I've been here a bunch. What part of California?
Fresno.
Oh, yeah, I like Fresno. I tell you, the first place I found in California is where in the valley where we go to the olives and stuff up there. Go to the back road. Love it up there. North California is always pretty. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had the best damn place to get olives, too. Oh, my goodness. All kinds of olives. But, yeah, I drove all 48 states. Been to Canada 17 times. Mexico twice. Been all over. The only place I don't like about California is San Francisco. Everyone to live there is hard.
Yeah, San Francisco's tough.
I work for FedEx. Yeah, I work for FedEx. I deliver to these places up there, monitors, things like that. And that's a crazy place. But it's nothing compared to going to British Columbia. Trust me. Don't go there. These people are a different level of crazy up there, man. What's wrong with them?
Okay.
Don't do that.
I'll take your word for it. Um,
Yeah.
so the house, everything needs to be repaired. Is the house currently occupied?
No,
About how long has it been vacant?
6 months maybe.
Okay, it's been vacant 6 months. And where were you at in this process? Were you looking to sell in like 30 days, 6 months, a year?
No, it's going to be sooner than that because the people that bought all the land around my area, about every piece of dirt around my place is a water department. Okay, they want that land. If they get my land, that 5 acres, it's going to connect them all from the roadway all the way to the new airport and the interstate behind my house.
Then why wouldn't you just sell it to them? I'm kind of confused.
That's what I'm saying. That gave them first option. And they hadn't said anything yet. I just talked to him yesterday. My dad wants me to find to sell it because what we're going to do is get the money and get us a camper and get some land and stay up here. But what we're trying to do is get out of my brother's house and get us a place of our own.
Okay. And when you say we, is that you and a significant other?
Well, it's me and my dad.
Okay.
Me and my dad were partners for over 31 years driving a truck. We do everything together. I mean, he's 7 and living now. But he's 77. And so I'm trying to get, what time he get left, we're going to ride around and see some things before it's time for him to go. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to ride around. We drove all over the country. We figured get us up there and motor home and see what I've been in a hurry. Like Arizona, for instance. Best place for a sunrise. You know? I'm just going to ride here around and we see what we want to see on our own terms, you know?
Yeah.
Game plan.
And so after everything you told me, saying that the house is completely in shambles and that the trailers are teardowns, what do you think a fair price for the property is?
I can't tell you. I just know what the taxes said. I don't know the taxes system. I'm saying, I really can't tell you what fair price. What do you think a fair price would be?
I gotta be honest with you. I'm not sure that 70,000 is accurate. I think that's a little high for the area.
For the taxes?
Yeah.
Well, that's what Chambers County said, so I don't know what they say.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I can't do that because with y'all's land now, so it's a wellspring piece of property. That's what I mean. Like I got the hand well, dug wells on my property. Got 27 gallons of water. That's why it's worth so much.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the water. That's why I think the water pump was because of the wells.
Okay.
That's okay. I got a bunch of people looking at it. Like I told the people at the water department, I'm gonna take the highest bidder if they want to get it. They don't know. They don't sell it. I can still keep it. It ain't eating nothing. I can always get a mortgage and rebuild it myself. If
Okay.
somebody wants to buy it, that's fine. I'll build it myself. I can do it. I just have to take more time.
All right. And so if they don't end up giving you the price you want, then what are you gonna do?
Yeah, the place has never been mortgaged. I can mortgage it to rebuild it.
Okay.
I mean, there's other game plans. I've got a plan, an ABC, what are we going to do? If I don't get what I want, I'll just keep it because, like I said, it's not eating anything. It ain't costing me anything. All you do is pay property tax on it. That's it. I can rebuild the entire house. I can rebuild the entire house for probably, if I get 350,000, what you call it, mortgage on it, I can rebuild my shop. I can take the other trailers out. I can rebuild my house entirely and probably still put more on the property with that $350,000 because I can run all kind of equipment, whether it's a dozer or a tractor, it don't matter.
Then why wouldn't you just go get the mortgage? It sounds like that's what you want to do.
It might be one I did. I think I talked to my bank because me and my dad talked about it. Might be better to get a mortgage for the place because it seems like everybody nowadays thinks they can get something for nothing. You know, like man, it took me blood, sweat, and tears to build this place. You know what I'm saying? I've been there all my life. I know how to fix everything down there. I got wire background and everything in engineering. So I can do it. I've just been sick. So I might could just go ahead and just build it back. Might get the mortgage and, well, see, now the mortgage company's supposed to be calling, but I heard that in a minute. So, but the mortgage, they will do it, I got 3 houses I got to fix. I can't do it for $100,000. I got 3 houses. I got to put my shop back together, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be cheaper, actually, to tear down my shop and put a metal shop out there. I can do it quarter the price and have a better shop. So I probably do something like that.
Okay.
But I
Well,
appreciate that's why I always say.
no problem. I mean, if anything changes for you, feel free to reach out to us.
Yes, sir, I will.
All right. Thank you so much, George.
Thanks.
It's a whatever first call of the day. The guy owns 4 acres in rural Alabama. I'm looking. There's like no movement, and this house is beat to shit. Everything's selling like $39 a square foot, and it's probably 20 miles outside the nearest town. And the nearest town doesn't really have a whole lot of movement. Yeah, I feel no type of way on this. That'll be a. So we'll move that to a dead lead. It needs, if it's the house is in shambles and there needs to be 2 trailers torn down and it's on that many acres, like he'd have to give it to us at a really good price. And he's like, well, everybody's trying to buy it for nothing. It's because it's worth nothing. That's why. And he thinks he can go get a $350,000 mortgage on it. And it just doesn't work that way. We'll put him on a Omni drip, seller delayed, and he's keeping it.
Hello.
Hi, Barbara. This is Stratton. You reached out to us about selling your property on Wade Hampton Boulevard. Did I catch you at a bad time?
Oh, no, you're fine.
Oh, great. So this call is probably going to take us 5-15 minutes. Is that okay?
Okay, fine.
And then by the end of it, our goal is just to help you make a yes or no decision, whether it be working with us or doing something else. Either way, at least you know your options. Is that okay?
Okay.
And then during the call, I'll be asking you some of the questions, a bunch of questions. Some of them may be personal. Is that okay?
Okay.
Awesome. So let's start off. How much were you looking to walk away with when you sold the property?
Well, actually, I'm looking for
7.
90.
How much?
7.
700,000?
Yes. I have a lot of property.
And where exactly did you get that price from?
I had it appraised.
Okay, you had it appraised.
Mm-hmm.
What's the reason you just didn't list it with the realtor?
Well, I will have to pay them and everybody, and I can sell my own house.
Okay. And what's the reason you wanted to reach out to an investor?
And see if they're interested. It's in a good spot, and it's in a zone where you can put a business also. I just got residential because I live here.
Mm-hmm.
on the main road.
It's on the main road.
Yes.
And how long have you been thinking about selling it?
When somebody came to me with an offer, and then I said, well, I might decide, I can stay or it doesn't matter. I mean, if somebody want to buy it, come up with the right money, and I'm fine. But if not, I'm happy. I'd be fine here.
Okay. And so someone came and gave you an offer, and how come you didn't take that offer?
Oh, because it was real low. It was too low.
Okay, and by too low, what exactly do you mean?
They offered 6, and that was too low.
Okay. And what were you planning on doing with the money?
Just buying a new house and celebrate the rest of my life. Just because I'm retired
What'd you retire from?
from my service, cleaning service, Hills Cleaning.
Oh, nice. Congrats. How long ago did you retire?
Thank you. It's been about 10 years.
Oh, so you've been retired for a while.
Yes.
I'm just confused. I don't understand the reason you're even considering selling. You're retired. You say you don't need to go anywhere.
I don't, but if it's not going with the right price, I will. That's anybody.
Okay.
Mhm.
And so it doesn't really sound like you have really a reason to sell besides you just want top dollar. Does that sound about right?
Yep. That's great.
Honestly, man, we're more than likely not the right fit for you because it doesn't sound like you're even interested in selling.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're like, hey, yeah, I'd want to sell, and you had a motivation to sell, and that might be one thing, but
Yeah, I know.
it just doesn't sound like you're that interested in selling.
But really, I haven't really made my mind up, but that's why I said it's about to come up with the right price, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And at that 700,000, that'd be really tough for us. That honestly would make more sense if you just listed it on the market.
Yeah, I could do that. My cousin, she's a realtor, and I was thinking about that at once, but I still hadn't made my mind up.
What would be a reason you wouldn't want to sell it on the market?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just not sure that we'd even be a good fit for you. I just don't want to waste your time.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Of course.
Thank you for calling me, though.
Yep, thank you. You have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Dead lead. We haven't gotten a real dead lead in a long time. Leadzilla is honestly awesome. We haven't gotten anything like that in a while. We'll put it on a offer too low. It's owner occupied. Yeah, she ain't it. Hello, Brian. Can you hear me? Byron, sorry.
That's his calling.
This
That's his
is
calling.
this is Stratton. You reached out to us about selling your property on Stetson Heights. Did I catch you at a bad time?
Yes. No, I'm just, walking this doggone dog, man.
Awesome. This call's going to take us 5 to 15 minutes. Is that okay?
5 to 15 minutes. Well, I'll be back from the store in about 30 minutes. So we call and talk there because I'm moving and this dog is just going everywhere.
Okay.
I'm trying to train him to walk on the leash.
Okay, I'll give you a call in 30 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Byron.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice. Your call has been forwarded. Your call has been forwarded.
One more.
Your call has been forwarded.
Yes, it's looking like it's a non-working phone number.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 3215. Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
One more.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated.
Now we gotta send her a text. All right, it looks like Barbara's gonna give us a call back. We'll give her a couple minutes. Official Oscar Arezzo. I wouldn't even be interested in a payment plan on a $700,000 house in South Carolina. You know, like it's like 5,000 square feet. The best we could do is like wrap it, and we'd have to give her a certain amount down. To me, that's kind of a distraction. We aren't making any money that way. How long have we been going? About 40 minutes. Wait for this other person to call us. So we have 57 leads we can't get a hold of yet. We have 9 in like our contacts made. We have 5 ready for offers, 21 in due diligence. These 9 in offers made, we're just kind of chasing them down. And we got to give all these guys a call back. And this guy, we can put on a new drip campaign. So this is a guy who like flipped it himself. And he needs to be moved from offers made to warm leads. Here's a woman who we spoke to yesterday. Let me shoot that way. Text back. And we're really behind right now. We have 11. Hopefully today it'll be 12 under contract. And we need in the 6 months, we need to have probably we needed 60, so we need to get like 120. To get where we want. We had one guy who wanted us to assume his mortgage. Can't really do much with that. I hate when you're sitting around waiting on dead time for one person to call you back. Because now I'm just chilling. Jared, yes, we are using Simply. tryresimply.com. I think it's awesome. For me, and I think most people, you want something that's just built. It didn't take long to build, and you can't mess with it because you can go into a game of building a CRM instead of building a business. Is what I've seen, and it's what I've caught myself doing. Because you're like, oh well, it needs to do this. Oh well, it needs to do this. Oh well, it needs to do this. Like, no, bro. Like, just put it in, let it do its thing, and then you're good to go. But we shouldn't just have a CRM that we're doing it. Yep, we have no reps so far. We're not really going for reps right now. Right now, I'm taking the calls. I'll probably take the calls until we close a couple deals, and then we'll hire on some reps. If we can get to our 20, we slowed down our lead flow from 20 leads a day down to like 10. I'm sure we can bump it up to even more. And with that, once we can get up to more, we'll once we close some deals, we'll hire on some reps, and then we'll hire on like a dispositions person. And from what I've seen, a lot of people can do damage with only like 60 leads a week and 3 reps, you know? So you're doing 60 leads a week. You have 3 different reps working them, and then you have like 1 dispositions guy and probably 2 follow-up people. I think that's what Nick Perry's team looks like. He only has like a team of 12, but it's not as big as you would think for a company that's doing as much revenue that he's doing. So I'd like to keep it lean. All right, this Mary person, we've called her 17 times. We're going to move her to a dead lead. She's been in our pipeline for 14 days.
Please leave your...
Anybody who we can't get a hold of or they go dark, they just go back into the 7 days of hell. Because our drip campaigns are there, and then that's just all the people we can't get a hold of. And then when we hire on like a leads manager, they'll work the 7 days of hell and the warm leads, and that'll be their job. Alfredo Robos, bro. Thank you for the hype. Every morning, bro. We're doing this all day, every day, baby. We got to make $1 million in 6 months.
Hey, thanks for calling. To connect and talk, just say your name and what you're calling about after the beep.
Stratton Brown, your property on Harmony Road.
Hey, thanks. thanks for calling. The person you're trying to reach isn't available right now, but you can leave a message after the beep. Hey, thanks for calling. To connect and talk, just say your name and what you're calling about after the beep.
You reached out to us about selling your property on 329 Harmony Road about 12 days ago. 8 days ago, sorry.
Hey, thanks. Hi, thanks for calling. The person you're trying to reach isn't available right now, but you can leave a message after the beep.
One more time. Hello?
Yeah, hi, this is JC, the photographer.
No.
I'm at the location of 13918 Terry Street to take some pictures, but there seems to be nobody here.
The house is vacant, my man.
Oh, okay. How do I get in?
You should just be able to walk in the door.
It's locked.
Let me see. Let me pull it up. We're in California. Luckily, I was up at 6 a.m. here.
I thought that number looked a little
And what is the address again? Hi, Carolyn. How are you?
Hi, well, thank you. And yourself and your name?
My name is Stratton. I'm doing great.
Okay. Wonderful.
So this call is going to take us 5 to 15 minutes. Is that okay?
Sure. That's fine. Uh-huh.
Great. And by the end of it, our entire goal is just to help you make a yes or no decision. Yes is good. No is completely okay too. Is that okay?
Yeah. Sounds fair.
Great. And then I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions. Some of them may be personal. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, let's start off. How much were you looking to sell this property for?
I was looking for you to make an offer. I don't have a number in my head, and if I did, I wouldn't have told you.
Okay, and fair enough. But generally, the way it goes is if I go to the team and I tell them, hey, she doesn't have a price in mind, they will send me back with a terrible offer for you because they don't have
Okay,
anything to
so
go
then
off of.
then the answer to that will be the tenants they move out this month. So I'm calling them Friday to find out because Friday's the 31st and make arrangements for the keys. And then I can ask the realtor to come by, which of course I know that's not what you're going to offer me what the realtor have because your cash is different from the realtor having to put it on the market. Then that would give me a base of where I am, but I can't just say off the top of my head. And how I got your number was I was watching YouTube and your ad came on, and I was like, maybe I should just get rid of it. I did retire just a month ago, 2 months
Oh,
ago
what
now.
did you retire from?
Counseling. I'm a counselor.
A school counselor or?
No, mental health counselor.
Oh wow! And what did you specialize in?
In terms of like what type of clients would I have?
Yeah.
Okay, depression, anxiety, bipolar. I don't like schizophrenics at all, and people that are excessively suicidal, where that's their every mode every day.
I feel like the schizophrenics would make me feel on edge at all times.
Well, I rather deal with people that have problems with depression, breakups, things that are fixable because if you start messing with identity, people would have issues with identity or dual diagnosis. Their success for treatment is I understand they'll stop going, you know? And then they'll say it's not working and you're right. They don't understand that it takes longer to deal with the diagnosis that was untreated, plus you've added drugs to it, plus trauma, maybe some abuse going on. And it makes a longer case, which makes they end up dropping out.
Did you think it was a pretty dark job to have?
My internship was hard because I worked at a psychiatric institution in New York for people that were incarcerated due to their being guilty of, putting their babies in the oven, killing people. So that almost frightened me out of the field because I was like, oh, I don't think I bargained for this, but it was just I just selected a bad internship because of location.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go into the city. I lived in Queens, and I didn't want to have to go into the city, so I picked something with the criminally insane. So of course my internship was still interesting, but it made me know that that's not what I want to do.
Oh, okay. Wow. And how long have you been considering selling this place?
Well, I wasn't considering it until I retired, and I didn't know when I was going to retire until one day that my job said that the state has not signed the new contract for 6 months, and then they cannot continue to pay me, but they'll call me back. And I simply said, okay. And he said, are you all right? I know you've been here a long time, and I'm so sorry. I said, there's no apology. I probably would have worked until I was in my 80s, so maybe this is a good thing. I'm embracing it as a positive. And if you call me back, I've had time to think about whether I'll come back or not. So that's how it happened. And then when the tenants said they were moving, I was like, okay, this is another sign. That was it.
Okay. And how long have those tenants been in there?
8 years.
8 years. Are they good tenants, or how have you liked them?
Oh no, they were good tenants, and it's a 3 bedroom, possible 4. They use it as a 4 bedroom because one of the rooms did not have a closet to make it a bedroom.
Uh-huh.
It was originally a dining room, and I had French doors on the dining room, so they put curtains on the French door and used that as a room. And now they only have one child at home, so they can get, might as well get something smaller, save some money. So it was just time.
Okay. So you got that. Do you own any other rentals?
Yeah, but they're not rented. All my houses are vacant.
Oh, they're all vacant.
On purpose, yes.
What's the reason for that? That's interesting.
Well, I have a house in New York, and the person that was living there, which is my ex-husband, died. And of course, I live in Florida, and when he died, they stopped paying rent. So I have been in court for the last 2 years trying to get them evicted.
What?
And yeah, 2 years. 2 years. 2 years. 2 years.
And who was they?
The tenants. I don't know who they're tenants.
And they lived there with your ex-husband?
No, it's a 2-family house.
Oh, and so your husband was in one of the units, and then the tenants were in another one.
Right. So when he died 2 years ago, they stopped paying rent, and I never rented his apartment because I felt like they would just encourage the new person not to pay rent. So to me, that is usually what happens. So I didn't rent that, and I own 2 houses in Florida, and right now I use that as my office. Well, I was using it as an office, so I may rent it, but right now I'm not rushing to do it.
Wow.
And then, of course, my tenant is moving from out of the house that I gave you the address to.
Okay, and so they're moving out. And what was the reason you didn't want to keep it again?
I retired. So, I'm looking forward that whenever these tenants get out of my New York house, I'm definitely going to let that go because I cannot believe how I've always told how New York favors tenants. But if I took them to court and then the judge asked, and the thing that the catch was, he signed the lease, but he wasn't the owner, but he passed, and therefore they have squatters' right, and then they make complaints about things not being done.
Oh my God.
It's one law. Put it this way: it was an example of what I've always heard about tenants in New York, but I never had the experience because he was living there. So there was no, it wasn't like absentee. He was there.
Yep.
You had to see him. You handed him the money. He gave you a receipt. But when he died, they came to his funeral, and as a matter of fact, he died February. They didn't pay January. They were behind. And February, when we buried him 2 years ago, that was the last. That was it. That was LA. That was it. 2 years. They've been living there. And their rent is $1,600 a month. So that's a lot of money.
So their rents, oh my gosh. I went through a similar situation to where we're out in California, and I owned a rental down in Bakersfield, California. We moved in a guy during COVID. He quit paying us 3 months into it. And then we tried working with him. He wouldn't sign the COVID relief documents where the government was going to pay his rent for the next year. And so then we go and we're like, hey, we're going to have to evict you. I get a text message a month later saying, I'm going to take $20,000 out of this house if you evict me, of pictures of him already ripping out the walls. And then from there, I get a bunch of letters from code enforcement because he's trashed the outside of the house. I have to call code enforcement and say, well, you guys won't let me evict him because of COVID. And so I'm not fixing anything because we sent down a contractor and he chased him down with a machete. And then from there, I finally go down there with code enforcement to like, hey, if you guys want to go look at it, like, I gotta evict the guy. The lockout's today. Like, I'll just meet you there. I don't care. As I meet there with code enforcement, the house was still smoking and wet from the fire department having to spray it the night before because he lit the whole house on fire.
Yeah.
And that was over an
So
18-month
then
span.
you understand.
Oh, I get it. That was over an 18-month span, not quite 2 years, but it was same thing, just
It's
absolute
close
nonsense.
It was close enough, right? So I figured that I don't have to go to New York. I'm done with I'm done with New York, and as soon as they are gone, I am going to then put that up for sale. And I don't know what inside looks like, so I will just have to wait till my lawyer says, because what happened was we went to court and the judge had the nerve to say that since he signed the lease and I didn't sign the lease, that he did not charge them rent until I had to give them a lease, which made it effective when I gave them the lease, which was 6 months ago. So they only owe me they owe me 6 months, and they have until this date to pay me. And if they pay me, then they get to stay. So they told me, well, my lawyer told me, don't take any money from them because I'm at the point where I will just lie unless they have a way of proving that they paid me. I even changed my phone number so they don't sell me. Just because I'm just that paranoid. And they get to stay again.
How far in the process are you?
Well, they had their last hearing in April. And April, that's when the judge said they only owe me 6 months. And we're in the part where this month, what's today? This is June. Okay, so June, they're supposed to start to pay me, and I'm not supposed to take anything from them. And if they don't pay me, or I tell them they didn't pay, then they'll do the marshal, and that's what I'm waiting for.
Okay, so you're at the tail end of it.
Tail end of it. Yep.
Okay. If you are interested in selling that one, we're actually looking at some houses in New York right now, so we may be interested. With this property down in Palm Bay, what would you say the overall condition in? How's that roof?
Well,
I'm looking at it right now and I can't.
The roof is being, as a matter of fact, the roof is going to be done next week. I have to drop off the shingle collar, and I'm going to go through with that because we're in hurricane season, and I don't want to mess with it. So the roof is going to be done. They're going to start as soon as I turn in the shingle, which I just picked the color. So it will be a new roof.
Okay, so it'll be a new roof. And have you remodeled it all in the last 5 years? I'm guessing no, since the tenants have been in there for 8.
No, I remodeled before he moved in. So the remodeling would be one tenant for 10 years ago. So one tenant was there with the remodel for 2 years, and then she died of a massive heart attack, and then I got the one for 8 years. So 10 years ago.
Okay, you modeled it 10 years ago. And you've been thinking about selling this one for like 6 months, is what it sounds like?
No, I was thinking about selling. Remember, conversation said I got laid off, and I just decided, okay, fine, I'll leave because of the contract. So I would say 2 months.
Okay, 2 months. I didn't hear that
2
got
months.
laid off. I just heard that, like,
Oh,
yeah, you
yeah.
didn't want to
Well,
re-up,
that's
and so...
Yeah, when I said that the state wouldn't sign the contract, and I had already worked 6 months, and the agency paid me. I think that's where you got the 6 months from. The agency paid me, but they could not. They felt they needed to have a signed contract for me to stay. So I agreed to go. I said, fine, I'll go.
Okay.
I wasn't offended. That's where the 6 months came in.
I see. Okay. And so you're considering selling because you are retiring, and then I'm guessing you just don't want to deal with tenants anymore.
Well, I don't want to deal with tenants anymore. Well, put it this way, I just want to cut. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever get an eight. If I knew the next person was going to be like the tenant that's leaving, I would say fine. But there's no guarantee. I just happened to luck up with him, and we got along, and it was breezy. It was no ifs. And after going through what I went through with New York, I just not really up to tenants at all.
Okay. I mean, I appreciate you sharing that with me. I know it's a pain.
Yes, it was a little hard to go back over that New York thing.
Um, is there anything on this house that needs immediate repairs?
The roof, that's it.
All right. And so let's just pretend like we're
So
walking.
the hot water tank is about 3 years old. The AC is about, I'm going to say 10 to 12 years old. I have the AC guy go there every year to do the Freon and whatever the dickens he does. And I go and I give them filters for the vents so that there's no excuse. Now, if they didn't put them in, then I don't know what to say. But this guy was he was a veteran, so he was pretty on top of it. That's all I can say.
Okay. So we got that. I mean, we may not even be the buyer for you, just depending. Where were you at in the process? Like, as soon as they move out, you're looking to move forward?
No, I said I saw this on YouTube. Whenever you received it during the night, must have been sometime like 3 o'clock in the morning or so, and I clicked on it. So it was like,
No.
okay, why not entertain? I've been listening to Solar's presentation, so why not see what you've got going? Since I've got all this time.
I was talking about when we were talking earlier, you said, yeah, once they move out, I'm going to get a realtor over there, and I'm ready just to do something with it.
No, again, you're not listening. I said, you asked me how much do you want? And I said, I would have to get a realtor over there to find out what is the market value. So what you're asking me today on Wednesday, I cannot say because I never priced it out. So I don't want to say, well, I'm looking for 175. I'm just throwing let's say $100,000 would be ridiculous. I'm looking for $100,000, and you go, okay, fine. And then I go, oh my God, I didn't know that was the value of the house. So since I didn't look into it, I don't want to look into it until they move. So for me to give you what I want, I would have to have a realtor, somebody, I don't care who I call, to just come over and tell me what's the going rate, and then I'll know not to look like a fool.
Okay.
So do you follow me?
Yeah, in situations like that,
Okay.
what I've done is, and we did this with two women who their father died and the mom was moving out. And so what we did is we hopped on a Zoom call, and again, we buy houses to make a profit, right? Like, we're not buying this as a nonprofit.
Of course.
And I just went over the numbers with them. I was like, here's how much money we plan on making. Here's how much money we plan on throwing into the property. And then here's how much money we think the house would be worth. And it was very transparent.
Okay.
We don't care if you know we make money. It's business, right?
Well, I expect you to make money. I'm not, I expect you to make money. That's why you flip a house.
Exactly.
Right? Okay. Well, remember I told you that, I have properties. I know that. I know you're looking to make money. I know you're not going to offer me. If she told me the house was $100,000 and that's all it could sell for, which it's not, I wouldn't ask for $100,000 when I know you're going to go in there and probably upgrade some things that may look okay for a 12-year-old rehab, but you might do something else and there's no money there for you. I get it.
Mm-hmm. And so nothing's been upgraded for 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
Let's assume you did like
Just
an
a hot
offer,
water tank.
just a hot water tank.
Mm-hmm.
Let's assume you did like our offer and you decide to move forward with us. What would be the next thing you'd have to figure out, if anything?
Am I satisfied with what you're offering, and am I good with it? And then I can move on it. The house is owned free and clear. I am the only owner on it. My daughter doesn't want it. That's it.
Okay.
And I will take a look. I will take a look at what needs inside the house. I've been inside the house, of course, but I haven't gone in with an inspector's eyes. It was full with furniture. It was clean. It looked nice. I didn't open up their kitchen cabinets to see how the bottom of the cabinets were cast. Did they line it, or if they didn't? So I won't know that till they're gone.
Okay. And when did they move out again? So you'll have a good idea?
No, they're going to move out the end of this month.
Yes.
It ends on Friday.
That was what I was asking. When you go in there,
It ends on Friday.
do you think you could get us, if you could send me photos, I could make you a very confident offer, and that'll make it a lot easier.
That's fine. I'm going to call them today and work out the keys and I know I was over there last week and he was packing, and because I was in the neighborhood, so I stopped by. And like I said, there's no ill issues going on. So, and he said he got an apartment already, so hopefully his apartment is ready for him to move into. So the worst case is he needs the weekend, which I would gladly give him, because like I said, there's no fuss between us.
Okay. Yeah, that would work for me, but that would be the easiest in order for us to give you, see what your property qualifies for.
Okay.
Did you have any other questions for me about how our process works? We're pretty straightforward. We just buy it as is.
Right, that's what you said. Now, I've already signed the contract for the roof, and it's going to be gray and white, and the house is gray, and that's it.
Okay. That's fine with me.
Okay. No, I don't have any questions for you. I guess you need the pictures, then you'll tell me whatever you want to offer. I will, at some point, call the realtor and see what the neighborhood is going for. She can throw me a ballpoint number without coming, which I doubt she'll want to come, which is fine. And then I can go from there. And I could see, okay, fine, this is what they're offering. This is what I'd have to do to bring it up to this. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to rehab anything else. And I don't want to tenant. And I don't want to sit and wait. So therefore, I'll go ahead and sell it to someone who's looking for investment properties.
Okay. That sounds good to me.
Okay.
All right. And so I will give you a call Friday, and we'll just say, hey, and we'll just touch base of what's happening and where you're at as far as getting access, and then we can go from there.
All right. And you are going to call from this number?
Yeah, so it'll either be this number or my cell phone. That's an 801 phone number.
All right, because I'm getting a lot of solar calls, and I did see, I was on a call, and you called, I think, 3 times in a row, and I was trying to figure out where my message button was, and then, of course, you text me, and then I text you back.
Yeah, we have to call 3 times in a row now because any numbers for a lot of people that's not saved in their phone, it won't go through till the 3rd time.
Oh, that's why. I was wondering why calls were coming back to back.
Yeah, so that it's now, no matter what, everybody gets 3 to 4 calls in a row.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you for telling me that, because I was wondering why they have no one else to call?
No,
All right,
we got to get through.
Information?
Of course. Well, thank you so much, Carolyn. I look forward to working with you.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
tough cookie. But I got to get Zeno ready for school. I'll be back in a couple hours.